Has this ever happened to you? Someone just sent you an Excel file and the data looks a complete mess. Or maybe this is your first day in your new job. You just opened your first spreadsheet for the day and your heart sinks as you look at the data. And you think to yourself, what the is this? Your immediate thought is to clean up this mess so that you can work with this data down the road. Hi, my name is Raphael and welcome to another edition of Excel in 365. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to Power Query for the novice. If you've been using Power Query for some time, then all I can say is, move on, citizen. There is nothing new here for you to see. If you have never used Power Query, then this tutorial will introduce you to what Power Query is and what it can do for your data. Incidentally, Power Query is the latest buzzword in the data analytics and Microsoft Excel world. Knowledge and command of Power Query is something that you want to add to your resume to attract future employers or perhaps impress your current boss. Take it from me. Start learning and get to know Power Query inside and out. Power Query is a feature embedded within Excel, and it serves as a data cleansing tool. Power Query itself is not new. It's been around for a few years, but the features have been improved on. And my prediction is that with future releases, it will become even more powerful and sophisticated. First of all, Power Query is not available in all versions of Excel. If you are still using Excel 2007 version, the bad news is that you don't get to play with Power Query. With 2010 and 2013, Power Query comes as an add-in. But again, not all versions of 2010 and 2013 are compatible. In the 2016, 2019, and Office 365 versions, Power Query is found on the Data tab in the Get and Transform group. If I can borrow Microsoft's description for a minute, Power Query's three main functions are to extract, transform, and load the data into Excel. First, to extract or get the data. The initial data can come from anywhere and in any format. It can come from a website, a text or CSV file, the cloud, a SQL server, an Access database, or even from an Excel workbook. Second, to transform. This is where you get to clean up the data and in turn you are transforming your data. Merge columns, split and delete columns, sort, filter, or merge two tables together in order to create a pivot table, and much more. When you are working with several hundred rows of data, your expectation is to clean up your data with one or two clicks and load it back in Excel effortlessly. Third, to load the data in Excel. When the data is loaded into Excel, you can expect to be loaded as a table. Because tables are dynamic, the good news here is that if your data keeps changing and updating, say on a daily basis, you don't need to repeat the Power Query steps each time. You just need to refresh your table to pull in the new information. So let's take a look at how Power Query is launched and examine some of the features. As a reminder, this tutorial is an introduction to Power Query. Therefore, I won't cover some steps in great detail. Look for those step-by-step instructions in my other videos. I'll start by going to the Data tab. The Get and Transform group, along with the queries and connections, is what you'll need for new or an existing query. Decide where is your data coming from. Remember, our first step is to go and get the data. My data is right here in this worksheet, so I will choose the From Table Range option. The Power Query editor opens up. If you are working with one screen, the Power Query editor is on top of your Excel window. If you are working with two screens, you can send the Power Query window to the second screen. But one thing to keep in mind, is that you cannot work in Excel while the Power Query editor is open. Let's look at the 4 tabs, which, by the way, is enough to get the job done. The Home tab is where you can apply steps to the overall query. The Transform tab allows you to make changes to the data, rows, columns, etc. The Add a Column tab allows you to add an additional customized column. The View tab gives you some control to view settings, dependencies, the formula bar, etc. Finally, the File tab gives you options as you exit the Power Query editor. Note the Close and Load and Close and Load To options are also available on the Home tab. To the left of the screen is a list of any recent queries, and the active one is always at the bottom. To the right of the screen are the query settings. You can change the name of your query here. And these are the steps taken throughout your query. We'll come back and revisit those in a little while. Now let's go and transform this data. And there you have it, the power of Power Query. In the next video tutorials, I'll show you in detail some other useful features and techniques to get, transform, and load your data. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to watch and learn from some of my other video tutorials on Excel in 365.